Hello. Oh, fuck. I'm choking on my own spit. How are you guys doing? Where, where do we... So I don't want to start with the epilogue, I guess. Hi. So some of you are probably like, what are you doing, Rev? And why are you doing it? I feel like I should explain. We did a charity for the Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation recently. And during that, I realized, like, during my block, I realized that my usual promise of doing one Flash game for every $1,000 raised was not going to work because Flash games will essentially be gone next year. So, instead, I'm going to be, I promised a bunch of stuff. I promised I'd watch one episode of JoJo and, for every 1,000, and I'd read one page of Homestuck for every $25 that we raised. I think it was 25. It's 25, 24, somewhere in that region. To make it so that way, if we beat our previous total of $187,000, that I would read one episode or one, the whole thing, basically. As a result, we ended up raising $220,000 for charity. So, I feel like I have to read the whole page, all the words. I have to, okay. In that respects, I'm going to say that I am dangerously dyslexic. I've told this story before about, in fact, I told it during the charity of, I read a stat when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, that 1 in 4 teenagers have tried cannibalism. And I was extremely panicked because I realized that I had like 3 to 4 friends, right? And I haven't tried cannibalism, which means that one of them statistically has, right? Turns out that it just said cannabis, which is an incredibly different thing. But I'm just saying that dyslexia is scary at times. So, just kind of keep that in mind as I'm reading this. I'm also ADD, which means that I just kind of trail off and do other shit. So, that's what we're doing today. You're about to watch someone who is horribly dyslexic attempt to read a comic to you. I'm going to drink a little bit of tea now. It's really hot. That hurts. Anyway, here's Homestuck, apparently. How's this screen region for you? Once we get this out of the way. Is that vaguely good? Should probably get it a little bit better than that. Give me half a second and I can actually get it perfect. Let's get it. Let's just get it. You know what? No, let's set up a whole new screen region for Homestuck. Homestuck deserves its own thing. Homestuck. And we're going to do a display capture and, yeah. And then we just sort of adjust it so that way it's just the screen, just the window itself. Okay, like so, and then to so, and there. All right, so this is, obviously we're not raising any more money for the charity right now. If you're interested, just look for the Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation. If you do a donation, let me know. It is not required, for this stream to happen. It will happen regardless. How does that screen region look? Somehow worse. Interesting. Let's just bring it in a bit on the sides. That should be better. There we go. Thank you for, I don't know how many gay bits that is, Phoenix. Read Homestuck. Oh, God. It takes place in 2009. This was 10 years ago. Homestuck, Act 1. I should probably read this out loud, shouldn't I? Have I ever read Homestuck? So, Yes, I read some of it. I didn't read all of it. God, so I've been streamer for more than a decade then, because I remember, being friends with people like the streamers before this got started. A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April, 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today that he will be given a name. What will be the name of this young man? Close enough. We're going for close enough on the reading, by the way. Zoo smells poop lord. Okay. John Egbert. There we go. John Egbert is 23 now. I have to do it. If I don't do it, then you know what happens? Y'all don't... Charity stuff doesn't happen. You know? Like, that means that, like, people won't donate to the charity because they expect that I won't be doing it. Do we care about spoilers? Sorta. Why is there a Twitch category for Homestuck? I don't know. I typed it in and it worked, so we're going with it. Side note, when does the next part of Hive Swap come out? Your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered across your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you're not very good at it. And you have a fondness for paranormal lore. You are also an aspiring amateur magician. You like to play games sometimes. What will you do? They're still working on it under a different publishing company. We don't know. Okay, cool. I haven't missed it is the important bit. Probably shouldn't be running this in a private window, should I? ADX NSP, thank you for the 35 months of support. What is this? Homestuck. Get arms. Quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, Poop Lord. Some good old-fashioned 2009 humor. Do you think you'll try Hive Swap Friend Sim? I already did all of it that exists so far, and it's on After Hours, RevScarecrow After Hours, if you want to watch it. As a side note of another thing that we can watch, I realize we're 5 pages in, but I finished the painting for tomorrow's arcade video, and I'm super proud of it. And can I ask y'all to go give that channel a sub? Because I'm really proud of the video, and I'm really proud of the art that I did for it. I think it's really good. Is arcade work? Shill? Is that it? There we go. The art channel is the second to last link. There you go. If you guys don't mind, throw a sub at that. That would make me feel cool, because it's a really good painting that I do tomorrow. Thank you. Remove the cake from the magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on the bed. I like the low frame count. It's good. Already did? Thank you, guys. Quickly retrieve arms from magic chest. You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. These are hilarious. You use these for hilarious antics. You capture log them into your Silodex. You have no idea what it actually means, though. There are other items in the chest. Examine contents of the chest. Unlike, say I read Problem Sleuth, and I thought that was good because you actually got to change it. The first parts of Homestuck were driven by reader comments. Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember that. And here you find an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are two fake arms, currently capture logs in your Silodex. One pair of... I'm not going to read one like that. You know what? No, I am. Fuck you. One pair of trick handcuffs. One stunt sword. One magician's hat. One pair of Beagle Plus glasses. Okay. Several smoke pellets. Several blood capsules, 1 copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting texts of magical frivolity and practical japery, and 1 copy of Harold Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney. Are any of these legitimate things that exist? 1. Some of these items, some of this stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide to just take the smoke pellets. Capture log smoke pellets. You read that right? Beagle Plus is the, yeah, I just had to double check that one. Also, this is sort of a let's read. Let's put it down as a let's read. Homestuck. I don't even know how to categorize what the fuck I'm doing right now. Yeah, I'm gonna try and read this as close to this as I can without having bits that can be cut out of context and then used to mess with me later. You stow the smoke pellets on your capture cards in your Sylladex. You still aren't sure what any of that means, but you're starting to get the hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 capture cards remaining. Equip fake arms. You aren't particularly sure if equip is a verb capacity. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, Andrew Hussey. With the abstract behavioral medium in which we dwell, you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one you use to capture log the smoke pellets, which you will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms. This is probably unadvisable since you would just make your room lousy with smoke. The Sylladex Fetchus Modus is currently dictated by the logic of the stacked data structure. You are never all that great with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new and more practical fetch modi for the Sylladex with a little more experience. Problem Sleuth was good. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. There is a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. What happens if I click this? Oh, I can actually spend money. Can I spend money on exactly that poster? No. No, I can't. I can't buy exactly that poster. Alright. There's a nice spot on the... Alright. Read the... There. There's a note rich with aromas of fatheringly aftershaves and colognes. Besides the note is a rolled up poster. Take poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You will need some way to hang it on your wall. Acquire hammer and nails that will... Just like you just use thumbtacks, dude. It's beside... No, this one's different. This is a different one. No, that's exactly the same one. You're right. It's $14. I'm all right. I don't really need it. I already have enough art in my house that I can't sell. Though it turns out that a lot of the problem that I've been having with not selling art isn't like a lack of skill. It's a lack of understanding of how to check emails correctly. Who nails a poster to a wall? Just use a thumbtack. So much less damaging to the wall. And then when you move out, you just... I mean, I wasn't looking to buy it. I was just like, is that actually a thing you could buy? I'd be upset if it wasn't. And it is. So there you go. Everything's fine. The comic picks up closer to Act 3 and 4. How many acts are we talking? You first place the hammer in your Sylladex, but now all of your capture cards are full. Wonder what will happen if you try and take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. Take nails. You capture log 4 nails on the top card and push the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they probably were completely useless anyway, but you probably don't want to do that again unless if you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you now feel like you've gathered enough things in order to get down to the business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you'll have to do is probably be exceptionally meaningful. Squawk like an imbecile and shit on your desk. Alright. Acts 1 through 4 is also like 25% of the comic. What kind of fucking math is that? Hussy, why? This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid. And yet the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. Combined with hammer and nails. Okay, there you go. Hammer and nails are captchalogued in the same card and can be used together. Use hammer and nails on poster. Use the hammer and nails in conjunction with the card beneath it. Nail poster to the wall. You use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space in the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. Examine Con Air poster. You put the bunny back in the box, you said. I said put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? I don't remember Con Air. Act 6 might as well be its own comic. Alright. Examine Deep Impact poster. Deep Impact was the bad one. What was the one with Aerosmith and they did the song? That was Armageddon, right? Armageddon was alright. This is a one-off stream? What? Yeah, probably not. It depends on, like, how often, like, what the view count is like, you know? Like, I've been playing Majora's Mask, and it's been doing pretty alright. How is this doing in combination? Okay, so it's objectively doing better than one of the most revered video games of all time by about twofold. So, you know, there's that. Morgan Freeman's genteel homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities falls, hope survives. Wow. Films about an impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything. Some of this doesn't... Obama presidency. Okay. It's a joke because he's black too. Moving on. There are many Homestucks here desperate for content. Okay. Examine calendar. You've marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you've marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Sburb beta launch. Didn't we just do this? It's commonly pronounced Sburb. That's not how I'm pronouncing it, though. Sburb. Can I... Is this actually what's get... How much of the game is like this? Oh, and that's it. Okay, well, we're not reading that. You don't have to read it. Well, yeah. I already read it. Just like literally just go watch that first part of the stream again. Alright, anyway. It's been 3 days already, and you're starting to become a sore subject with you. Another thing I did for the charity was order a lordship from Sealand, and that still hasn't gotten here, and I don't have any tracking information, so I'm a little bit concerned that I may have been ripped off from Sealand. I had the prince sign it, and yet here we stand. Me not being a lordship yet. I mean, tomorrow is Danganronpa, because tomorrow is Sunday. We're doing Danganronpa 2. How much is he reading? Well, because of how much people donated, all of it. You're sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clocking your Sylladex with it either. The cake sticks put for now. You notice your computer. Someone is messaging you. Examine incoming message. That's legit, though. That, just a random file that just, yeah, and that's how I name things. And fuck. And final. Yeah. Does that include the novel-sized epilogue? Well, Well, I said I'd read one page for every $25 raised, and we raised over $220,000. So I don't know. Fucking tell me. You pull up. There's 8,800 pages that I'm gonna read. We're 24 pages in. Uptime. So it took me. I'm reading currently about 1 page per minute. So if we divide that by 60, it'll just take me well, divided by 2 because I stream for about 2 hours. 73 streams to do this. Yeah. You pull up your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper which you made yourself. You're really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You're so bad at programming sometimes you wonder why you even try to bother with it. The PesterChum application is flashing. Someone's trying to get in touch with you. Open PesterChum. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. Open message. Oh, fuck. I actually have to read this. Oh no. Turntech Godhead, TG, began pestering ectobiologist EB at 6:13. Or 16:13. Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today? I got a little Monsters poster, which is awesome. I'm going to watch it again today, and the apple juice scene was so funny. Oh, hell. That is such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet, and it's fucking Christmas up in here. Okay, fine. I just have one question, and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monster starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage? But the seal on the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting that someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory? All I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnut. What the fuck is this? All I'm saying is that you don't have to think Monster Howie Mandel. Wait. Howie Mandel? Are we talking about the same Howie Mandel? Yeah, that dude? Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous. It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice. Okay, I'll accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. Let me confirm. Oh, yeah, he kind of does. I didn't know he ever grew up. I just kind of assumed that he, like, died or something. Anyway, but who cares? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet? No. Did you? Man, I already got 2 copies. But I don't care, so I'm not going to play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how it got slammed on GameBro? GameBro is a joke. We both know it. Yeah. Why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now. All right. Lookout window. You see a view of your yard from your window. Hanging out the tree is a tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he could hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. There beside your driveway is the mailbox. Examine mailbox. There'll be tiny burps because I'm drinking tea, and tea is not carbonated. A little red arm swingy dealy flip thing is, or whatever it is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You do not have time for these semantics. We do, actually. What is the red thing on mailboxes called? Flag, right? think it's just called a mail flag. Mailbox flag. Yeah, there you go. Mailbox flag. The red flippy lever thing means that you have new mail, which means that the beta might be here. Go outside and check the mailbox. You're about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car pull up into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. Oh, great. He's beating you to the mail. Forget it. Check the mail later. If you go downstairs to get it, he will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. This pace is too slow. Oh no, this is what I expect. Sometimes you feel like you're trapped inside this room, stuck, if you will, in a sense in which possibly borders are titular. Oh, I get it. It's Homestuck. You're stuck at home. You can't go outside. Oh. And now that chum is pestering you again, the clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating a swing lever dealies of harassment and perpetuity. Whatever. The dude can just hold his damn horses. Examine the games on the CD rack. Put countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. Read Colonel Sassacre's daunting text. I guess we're just going to ignore that immediately. You decide to consult the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing's huge. You could kill a cat if you dropped it on it. To really dig into this hefty book, you will have to captchalogue it. You're not sure you're ready to log jam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. Captchalogue's fate arms again. What did you say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus. The momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally captchalogued your arms again. Set Pustertrim's status to bully. What? Hive swap, because true hives are swapped with each other. Oh. Oh, you can actually go back and look at those. Wow. Well, we're already past it now. That is behind us, and I'm very much of the life's, idea of, once it's behind us, it's behind us. You don't think the situation is, and what I mean is, I'm not going back because we've already spent like 30 minutes on like 34 pages. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way through to rancorous, but you do feel that Pustertrim's client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh right, you forgot your chum is still pestering you. Answer chum. Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time that I'm starting to feel embarrassed for her. Who is this tool? I mean, not that I can blame her or anything. Yes, it is understandable because you are really attractive. I am attracted to you. Thank you. JK, haha. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail, and I guess I have to go get it from him and see if it's there. I've been spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. So frustrating. What's the modus? What? How do you retrieve artifacts from it? Oh, like one at a time, I guess. If you put too much in it, the stack falls out. Stack? What's yours? Hash map. You're not even playing the game yet. How are you having problems with the UI? He's the best character. Okay. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome. What the hell is that? You should probably brush up on your data structures, I guess. Did you at least allocate your Strife spectibus? This is an important word, isn't it? Strife spectibus. No. It could free up a card for you. Plus, let you attack stuff whenever you get too hot, whenever things get too hot to handle, which is never. What have you got? Well, I've got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms. Well, you really are. Well, you really do stuck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the spectibus. How? I don't know how to use the arms on any old thing and see if it works. Great. Just drink a little bit of tea. Combine fake arms with cake. Stack the fake arms in your cake. on your bed definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sassacre would know precisely the index of the elevated hilarity. Allocate hammers to Strife Spectibus. What flavor of tea? It is good mood tea. I thought I need a pick me up. It's a bit grainy, and it's not really helping out my throat. If you get tired, there's a fan made audiobook version of Homestuck. Yeah? I know. Good mood tea. It's give me a sec. Soft C and Strife Specibus. Specibusy? Okay. It's like it's good. Is it ginger? I don't know. Give me a second. I'll go check. I'm drinking tea. I'm back with tea. It is Cup of Calm from Traditional Medicinals. And we'll have some like bad interactions with certain medication, but I'm an American, so I don't get to have medications. Anyway, let's see. What is this made with? Passion flower, chamomile, lavender, catnip, rosemary, peppermint, spearmint, licorice root, and stevia leaf. So this is as close as I get. It's good. Special syllabus? Is that what that's supposed to be? Special syllabus? Specibus? Omnibus. Is it pronounced like omnibus but spestibus? It's dumb. Check out the back of your Strife Spestibus. Is that right? I don't fucking care. Anyway, the kind of abstress you have in mind for it. Select hammer. Your Strife, whatever the fuck, has been allocated with hammer kind the hammer has been moved from your capture log deck into your Strife deck. Report progress to TG. Show pester log. Okay, I did it. Hammer kind? Yeah. Okay, it will be a permanent allocation for your blah, blah, blah. I guess I should have mentioned that. Oh, I hope you like hammers, dude. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant. How many pages is this? Capture log Colonel's big book. Now that you've got some space in your Zillidex to work with, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this in one respect in which the cards present some convenience. Examine Game Bro magazine. About 10,000 pages. 8,124. So literally I have to read all of it. Plus animations and games. Okay. Why Game of the Year or whatever isn't as good as some other people. Okay. Okay, so Sburb is a game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped of. This is the beta is sitting on my desk for review. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'll write something. But I don't know. I'm like, so is this about houses or some noise? That's fine. I'm sure that's fucking dynamite and handbag for some brosifs. But all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? While you're playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy or getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out? And I quote, the mad stunts all wicked up ends. Know what I'm saying, bro Yama? I didn't actually play the game. I gave it 1.5 hats out of 5 to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We were going to chill in the front of Dark Knight, and he got all psyched of it. He was so psyched of it, y'all. So one time he was leaning against the screen door, and the ship popped open. The back deck was all wet, and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but I mean, I guess thumb bone wasn't really meant for supporting the brunt of a useless tool against wet grass. We never did watch Dark Knight on account of Ron trucking his bawling ass, candy ass girth to the hospital. But that's cool. I still got another watch in me. Brotel Rwanda. What the fuck am I reading? Dennis was so wasted, haha. I mean, damn. You have to memorize this page. I have to memorize this page. This is important for relevant. This is later. I refuse to remember anything about this. I'm forgetting it as soon as I can. So here's the deal. Here's the deal, okay? Your brain can only hold so much information, but you generally don't live long enough to use up all of it. But I assume that if I actually like try and remember any of this, if it doesn't go out through one ear throughout the other, I will actually like use all of my brain power on Homestuck, and then I will know Warhammer, vaguely how to stream, and Homestuck, and I will be the most useless person ever. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. Capsule log Magician's Hat. You expend your final card on the Magician's Hat. Get funny glasses too. But he forgot because you don't have a free card in your Scylla decks. However, you were able to merge the Beagle Plus and the Magician's Hat to create clever disguise. Oh, wow. This is been used in other ways since he put it together. Wear disguised full dad. I tried doing that once. Tried wearing a disguise in order to fool my brother. It did not work. It did not work at all. Because why would someone enter the house unannounced and not be kicked out immediately? These Google searches are going to get riskier and riskier. That's a good point. Let's not get banned. John. Who the hell is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there never has been nor ever will be. Yeah, it's a really shitty disguise. While you're removing items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. Leave room. You exit into the hallway. On one hallway hangs a picture of a fellow who sure knows how to have a laugh. A man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Sierra. I'm pretty sure it is. But your dad swears on the many hollowed tomes of Egypt that it is not. It's weird. You're not sure about that, though. On the other wall is your dad's stupid clowns. Or harlequins, as he's quick to correct anyone who would venture such a brazen assumption. Go downstairs. Sierra. Yeah, I said Sierra. You want to fucking stop me? You want to stop me while I'm streaming Homestuck? Bring it. Don't try to bother the inventory. Yeah, I'm just rolling with whatever's happening right now. The accursed odor of the fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something. Okay. I'm gonna like mouse over it and then maybe move to a separate window if it's an actual Google search, because some of these might actually be problems, because like it might lead to porn, you know. That's pour one out for all the people who Betty Crocker is a risque search now. It's just a Wikipedia, but it could be risque. We don't know. There's no way to confirm or deny whether or not we'll get porn or not. Betty Crocker could be some person's idea of a MILF. I don't know. Must be the connivings of your arch nemesis, Betty Crocker. The rich and buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. Your mission is going to be more difficult than you imagine. Admire harlequins. Some people are allowed to. Some people think that Betty Crocker is a MILF. You can't stop me. I can say whatever the fuck I want on my stream. This is live and uncensored. I say things, some people get offended by them, you know? I'll say things like, Betty Crocker's a MILF, and you can't stop me. Betty Crocker's a real character and canonically referred to as a MILF, Colin. Well, this fucking sucks. Alright. You check out a shelf of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad can sure be a real cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars. Examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, the fireplace needs a fire, because that's what a fireplace is for, and a fire belongs in the fireplace. Damn it. Categorically, at all times without exception. Why, though? Why this? A domestic myth of unaccountable origins holds a home barred from the spirits of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. Is that a Linkin Park thing? Or what is that? It's a pun? Is that a pun? You want to call that a pun? The moon's an arrogant thief. Her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You're almost certain that Mark Twain said that. Toss Game Bro into fire. Doesn't burn as quickly as you'd hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. Big ups for Mother Earth, yo. Fondly regard cremation. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portraits a wistful glance every now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, unabridged Colonel Sassacres. You never want to talk about it. What is even chat going on about? Like, chat is just saying words. And none of them seem like... You clumsily mishandle a sacred urn. Ashes everywhere. Also, for you guys' information, most of you guys have read Homestuck before, which means that you all have, like, a shared sin. Which means you guys can be friends. Because, like, a lot of the times when you have, like, a secret sin that you don't want to, like, you know, bring up, and when you do, you lose friends for... Like, you don't have to worry about it. You guys can all be friends because you all know you have the same sin. I'm hating this, Rev. Too bad. I'm having to do it myself. You clumsily mishandled the sacred urn and ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, yes, outcome was a virtual certainty. You probably should probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. Combines father's pipe with clever disguise. I think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. Examine oversized gif. We're just gonna leave the ashes on the floor. Champ, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. Clown? Capture log ashes. You first prop the Harlequin doll on the couch, having it in the middle of the floor sprawled all akimbo like that has struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes onto your available card. Combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ashes went back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it should probably be tighter if you just used a broom and dustpan. Put the urn back. No one will be the wiser, except for maybe people with eyes. Go get fake arms again. You've got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capture logs them. Parts of this I remember. Parts of this I remember reading. I think I remember reading up to the first, like, flash animation, but I'm not sure. You pry them out of the cake and capture log them. Looks like a pester chum is acting up again. Examine the third and fourth walls of the room. Face off. Armageddon. There's Armageddon. Armageddon was good. Ghost Daddy was bad. I've heard. I've never actually watched it. And then Contact? Vaguely recall that one. Check Pester Chum. Another one of your chums is messaging you. TT, the tentacle therapist. Oh. See, it's a joke. See, the joke is it's tentacle, right? Like in hentai. Then the word the, and the rest of it is fairly straightforward. Good job. 2009. I understand that you've recently come into position. Oh, Less Life 00. Thank you for the 5 subs. That was not necessary, but thank you. Patunk got a sub, and Tranquil Turnip, and a bunch of other people that I recognize. Less Life, thank you for the 5 months of support. We're gifting subs now. That is not the joke. Yeah, tentacle. Really? She does both tentacle porn and therapy. What? That seemed okay. You know what? Some people need sex therapy, I guess. I feel like people need sex therapy for things like hentai, but sure. I understand you've recently come into possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in the respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine. It's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar. You should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever. I can't control myself. I have weakness for insufferable pricks. Ah! Just took the band-aid off my nose, and I think it should probably stay there, so it's going back on. It's back. My nose is never going to heal if I don't, like, leave that on there. For those of you that missed the story, I got in a fight with my vacuum cleaner. I won. I'm just trying to make sure that it heals faster. I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks. Anyways, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm going to try and get it from him. So, BRB, John, what? You're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You're typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous. No, why do you think that? That's so stupid. Okay. So why don't you get your game from your father? Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I'm wearing a funny disguise the whole time. Gotcha, hee hee. I know, John. You can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on each fake arm to serve as an adequate adhesive. Attach arms to doll. You don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes at least a million times... You don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. Inspect burnt paper on the floor. It's Game Bro, isn't it? Bro Balone. I think you all deserve a giant bro balone. I like the advertisement. You put this back in the fire where it belongs. Throw present wrap in the fire. As long as you're cleaning up. Capture log doll. You can carry hefty items, but this thing is way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even really want it. Read Colonel Sassacre's text. Okay. Now that I've ripped the band-aid off my nose, it no longer has adhesive properties and is just sort of flapping around on my nose. Do not read this. Do not read this. Multiple people are saying don't. Hell's bells, we are having a mighty sporting time of it. Hold fast, my intrepid fellow pranksmiths. We are merely nicked the mahogany of our japing chest. If I may direct your incisive ogle of your beagle pus to the wriggling regency of rubber bugs, plastic parasites, squirming serpents, alliteration, and every such order of philia and creepy crawly, land sakes alive, we are cooking with petrol now. In further exhibits, we shall dwell on your artifice used for your exploits. Is Pappy's rod and reel handy? What the fuck is this saying? These aren't words. This doesn't make sense. What about a big of iron cord? Should prove exclusive or elusive. Bring what writhing rascals to life. Set the nerve of some old maid to wreck of Hesperus. Do you have some bothersome aunt who never seemed troubled to find some way with your sunny afternoons? With broad splintery fence and bucket of whitewash, perhaps? By gum, you'll fix her wagon. And what of a tawdy gent who puts his lackadaisical lean on your sarsaparilla front? You'll have to listless octoroon find the spring in his step just yet. You really don't have to read this. Yeah. It's just lorem ipsum. Yeah. Yeah. Chat told me not to, and it made them mad. So, you know, cool. I thought about consulting the text to determine how hilarious the doll is now. The thing is, if people stop watching, then no one will know if I actually finished this or not, and I could be like, well, I'll just finish it off stream. So if I just actually be as annoying as possible, then it's a win-win. That's the worst thing I could say as a streamer. Maybe people will leave me alone. You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. Find Dad and retrieve mail. The door to the left leads to the kitchen, which the smell of the baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift a especially portly hobo off his feet. The door to the right leads to the study, which is where your dad spends a lot of his time. He could be in either room. Which way would you go? I don't get a choice in this. Go to the study. This is in an actual video game. Doesn't look like he's in here right now. Examines father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, and an April issue of the Serious Gestures magazine. A stray capsulog card. There's a can of peanuts on the desk. Oh, Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. It is, almost like dyslexia, and I have both. Upgrading costume with hat and hat rack. Alright, I just shotgunned my herbal remedy tea, and now I'm doing a lot better. My overall mental state has been improved significantly by the placebo effect and or the spearmint. I'm not sure which. Could be the lavender. I swapped the magician's hat with the buller's hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny and a lot more distinguished looking. Combined second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad's maintains numerous pipes around the household. Your father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is what he says. A rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. He'd rather not take the pipe, though. This first one tastes bad enough as it is. You suffer for your comedy. I do have a pipe. I haven't smoked it in, over 10 years, apparently. Examine capsule card. It seems perfect for expanding your space in your silhouette. Why does he have that? Capsula card. What? Play a haunting piano refrain. What do you want to bet this gets copyright claimed and I have to edit around it? It's original? Alright. I'm just gonna open it in a new tab and then it'll eventually stop. There we go. If there's music, it'll compete with my voice now. Oh, it's over now. Okay, well. You play the prankster's favorite card game even though you're alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid, look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there is sure getting a kick out of it. You're allergic to the scored. Attempt to leave the house. High C. Oh, fuck. I forgot this commercial. I remember this one. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging into a dad encounter. The television is currently airing a commercial. Exit. Do you have fingers in his ass open in the background still? You mean... Yes, I do. You exit the house. Check the mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You've already scooped up by your father. Streets are empty. Wind skims the void, keeping the neighborhood apart, or the neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed, or to say a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. As one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. This is the 13th birthday, and with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing in your life. The game presently eluding you is the latest of sleight of hands in the repertoire of unseen Riddler. We finally reached the intro, guys. It took me an hour, but we got to the intro. Do I have a channel that I upload VODs to? Yes, it's, here, let me do, the first link is my Twitter. The second one is the, After Hours, which is where I do all the, like, full streams. The highest channel is the third link. My art channel is the fourth link, which will have a new video tomorrow. There's a new video on the highlight channel today, and then there's a Tumblr in case if you still do that. His core schemes are so less of a prankster and less that of a prankster and more than a common pickpocket, whatever, close enough. His riddle is absence itself, the mystery disappearing it's altogether. Like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped into a black well, it's the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans fires. Walt Whitman. Yes, you're certain that Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. It's a good quote. Who said it? Yes. Apparently not who said it. Feel like it's going to be a long day. Leaves a surprise for the mailman. No. Shit in the box, man. You see if your father left the mail in the car. The door is locked in your car as your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see anything. You do see a green package. There is also something underneath that looks like a slip of paper. Could these be items could have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take that stuff in. Spy in the kitchen. The car has dad keys. Dad keys. You try and gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass is steamed up. God, he's so weird. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. Looks like the mail's there. Including among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the Sburb logo. I'm going to be pronouncing it like that. Sburb. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. Go back to the kitchen. You have no other choice. You're going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic. Magic. Oh, good. It's an animation. I can take a break. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't even know what you were thinking with the foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreadful artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There's only one way to settle this. Strife. No, actually, Don't you only have 3 slots? No, you have 4 slots. What if you were to take the cake and then leave? Time for Strife. Retrieve the package and flee to your room. That was a bit of a bop. I actually get to do things. Okay, we've done it. You cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You need to engineer some sort of distraction. He brandishes you another artifact of confection. This man is ruthless. You better brace for impact in the most comically striking fashion possible. Equip disguise for defense. The Beagle Argus absorbs the brunt of the treat. Looks like your dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit in exchange, as this is the usual case. Capture log pin tie. Take the pin tie and unequip your Beagle Plus. Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card. Smoke pellets are ejected on the deck. Ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be where just the distraction you were. Nothing happens. What a letdown. Take the cake. When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Wise words by a man who could likely resist everything but temptation. Yeah. Pin tie? Pie tie? What? Pie tin. Pin tie. I've heard all the kids are into pin tie. The cake forces the Colonel's Sassacre's text out of your Silodex. Sassacre is a beautiful bastard. Now's your chance. Abscond. Now your dad is placating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away. Why is your dad okay with this and not? This font is not going to be any better or worse than any other. Why are you here? Sorry. Anytime I play something and I do an idea and I'm like, man, no one's going to watch this. Like, literally sitting down to do this stream today, I was like, about 50 people are going to watch. Like, 50 people are going to watch, and I'm going to feel a little bit depressed, and now there's like 600-something people, so. Now we have to do this thing. How about I go take a piss? We love you. How wrong you are. I'm gonna go take a piss. Two minutes. And we're back. Hello. The phone says, I will not explain myself. There we go. Now we're back to where we were. Hi. You snag your dad's PDA. Maybe you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capture card is forced out of the Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. Take package. The red package is addressed to you. Take envelope. You got the Sburb beta. Get cake on couch. You capture log the cake onto the couch, expelling the pie tin, the pintai from the bottom card. Combine the cakes to make a double-decker cake. Seems like not the time for this shit. Dingo. Lucky Dingo. Thank you for the 9 months of support. What is this? Me holding up my promises. People won't, like, give money to our charity if I don't keep my promises. Oh, that was a good one. RevScarecrow. Do I need to ban this person? Chat, let me know. Then merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? Yes. No, Davekin. They must be banned. No, but also yes. Okay, good. I'll keep an eye on that Harlequin doll. Okay. I won't. Did it move? No. Its arm just lodged itself into my cake. Probably just fell off. There's nothing suspicious about that. Morning, Mr. Nothing. Thank you for the sub. You pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You're going to need something to clean up the mess you're about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is the bathroom. To the right is your dad's room. It is locked, and you're forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. Colognes are trustworthy, okay? Rev seems more like a Solix to me. I'm gonna trust everyone in chat to let me know who I need to ban for saying mean things. Being mean to me is wrong. It's not really bannable, but, you know. Go to the bathroom and grab a towel. Ban literally anyone for saying okay. Gotcha. You enter the bathroom and you can see the backyard from your window. The jewel and the crown of the swinging set, which has provided you with years of joy. There's also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury and has provided you with the years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack of the to the side is the fresh towel. Remove PDA and an envelope and pack from the package. I remember the only real, like, I guess, game of this style that I ever really played was like one of those like text-based games. And it was like you were a detective and you were at the Statue of Liberty. I do not remember the name of this game. If anyone remembers this, let me know. And I think I ended up like killing myself instantaneously various different ways before giving up on the game because I could not figure out what I was doing. Not every game is Problem Sleuth. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. Was it meat and fuck? No. No, it wasn't. What the fuck is Homestuck? Chat will be more than happy to inform you. Retrieve your items. Your items force the manhandled cake onto the toilet. Just like that, your Silodex is full again. God, this thing is getting annoying. Go to the bedroom. You admire the full failure to launch poster. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smoldering wreckage. Who the fuck is this? I mean, he's like conventionally attractive white guy. He lives in Oofdale, Texas, which I've never heard of, but that's how Texas works. You find out about a new city in it every other day. I don't care. If you guys are here to listen to me read this correctly, you have come to the wrong stream. Welcome to hell. I will be your waiter? What do you call the guy who runs bellhop? Whatever. This is your McConaughey wall. A casual shrine to the amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? You want to picture that little girl, chokes up. No, imagine she's white. What? You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed our latent racism. Damn, you're good. Movie quotes. Garden Gnostic began pestering ectobiologists. Happy birthday, John. Hello? Okay, I'll talk to you later. Turntech Godhead began pestering. Yeah. Hey, Gigi is looking for you. Why are you all even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with the ladies? Did you break a leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing? I discovered a comet that is going to destroy the Earth, and it was named after me. Now I'm famous. Everyone wants to talk to me a lot. No, stop. Just no. Don't talk about your awful, stupid movies or make references to them. IRL Soda, thank you for the sub. That's a lot of words there that you've said, and I've already got to read all of these words, and I'm not sure if you guys want me to read both, so I'm just going to read this. Don't talk about your stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man bro crush on Matthew McConaughey is an unsavourably thing to behold. McConaughey. Sounds like a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those pictures of a clown you've got hanging up. Those are my dad's. I was talking about Nick Cage. Oh, what? No. Cage is sweet. So sweet. Haha, so lame. It's like actually reading a 13-year-old's chat log. You don't even like him You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it? Ha 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 ha. I do things ironically sometimes. What about those things I said for your birthday? No, those are awesome. What? No, they're stupid, which was the joke. The ironic joke, get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you? Because I'm wearing them ironically because they're awesome. The fact they're ironic makes them awesome and vice versa. And you're taking notes on how to be cool. Just get a fucking pen. Tipaz, thank you for 26 months of support. I mean, like, honestly, children are really hard to write. But, as much as I'm making fun of the fact that it's written like a 13-year-old, yeah, it's pretty accurate. You realize they touched Stillard's weird, sort of gaunt face at some point. What? Ew, yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail? Yeah. Did there happen to be a package there? Yeah, a big red one. You should probably open it. I would, but it's trapped under the Sburb beta, so I'll probably open it after I install the beta. Oh man, the beta came. You want to play it? No way. Why not? Sounds hella boring. Just get TT to play it. She's all about that. Where'd she go? Her internet is blinking out and out, I guess. Probably back online soon. Oh, Christ. Oh, and Christ, in the sidecar, are you still using the stack modulus? Seriously, dude, you need to bone up on your data structures, and that shit is just ridiculous. Okay, I will. Wait till you get to elite speak. Oh, God. Oh, God. Open browser and go to mspaintventures.com. You decide to space out on the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open Typhus web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. Ah, fuck. What chapter am I on? 1, probably? Seriously, Rev sounds like he's yelling at chat. I'm sorry. I need to just back off the mic a bit. Excuse me. Hi. You decide to space out on the... Yeah, okay, cool. The adventure is okay, but you're not sure you like it as much as the last one. Install Sburb Beta. I don't feel like this... No, people were saying that. I remember halfway through MS Paint Adventures, he stopped making it so that way that, like, the forums could decide shit, and they just sort of made it seem like it was. You decide it's time for less meta and more beta. You insert the CD and install the Sburb Beta. Bone up on data structures. What the fuck is this? You go to your closet where a lot of clothes are in array, handy computer programming guides. Get data structures book. Data structures for assholes. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Yeah. Yeah. Not sure really you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of ornery. Maybe you'll check out that free modus instead. Get free fetch modus. You turn to the back cover and inside where free modus is included is a plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of queue data structures operating on a first in, first out method rather than first in, last out method of stack. Okay? The capture log and your Sylladex are no longer completely inaccessible. The capture logs in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card. We must wait for the items on the upper cards to be pushed back to it. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. The modus does not strike you as the most significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance, though. Switch back to stack modus. You suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't remember if you ever had a physical card for stack modus. You find this all a little too abstract and prefer not to think about it too much. Put down razor. Put it down? You're not quite sure you understand. Pick up 2 items. You capture log the cake. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. Dead weight. Get out the other cake. Second take causes the razor launch from your Sylladex. Good lord, that beautiful face. You wish the razor would have failed to launch. Get more stuff. None of this means anything, and yet it's still words. It's still pages. And people paid $25 for me to read exactly this page. This page right here, someone paid $25 for. You open your match chest and capture log one of your favorite books of all time, Mr. Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney. There goes the fresh towel. There you go. That was $25. That was worth $25 to someone. Money well spent. Might as well grab those cuffs. And this page right here, this page is another $25. How much am I reading? Well, 1 page for every $25. So all of it apparently. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet. Another $25. Open up that package. You examine the package. It's one from your internet chums. It's bound in packing tape. You need something sharp to open it. Of course, razor. It's so simple. You wonder why you didn't get razor. Pick up the package again. Capture log glass shards. You take the glass shards in quick succession and tuck for cover. The Sylladex rains devastation on your room above. Now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that again anytime soon. You should probably get that stuff before you forget. I've already forgotten. Use the razor on the red package. Why not use the glass on the red package? That would have involved considerably less things. You open the package. There's something suspicious inside. Something suspicious, dirty, and smelly. It's amazing. Thanks, Rev. You're welcome. I don't know what you were referencing. Because it's dangerous to open things with glass? He already is. He's like a grenade waiting to happen. He can at any time just explode into glass shards. That's literally how fragmentation grenades work. Except for not glass. It's like clay? I don't remember. Something. It's a stuffed bunny that, like the one that was held hostage. Okay. I need to probably see this movie. Shrapnel, nails. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Ball bearings and nails. Great. That sounds safe and nice to have. Briefly in Malkovich's Malkovich series is the virus while taunting a hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe, and strikingly similar to the one scooped up in the soot of the burning Vegas Strip by Cage's Poe, and offering to his daughter a gesture symbolic of the tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, this is not merely like that bunny. According to the note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome. Fun fact, Husky actually has that bunny. Okay. Check out the status of Burb's beta. Looks like your computer's trying to get your attention. Look at monitor. Sburb host is attempting to connect with you. Client has established connection with host. Check Puster Chum. Looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm gonna try and connect. Whoa, okay. But I just got the most awesome present. The rabbit? So sweet. I heard tales of the wretched creature often. Its Homeric legend is practically ensconced in the folds of my personal mythology by now. What? Why don't we focus on the matter at hand? Oh, the game, okay. Really don't know how this works. What am I even looking at here? You're running the client application. I'm running the server, so I'm the host user. I have an established connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game. Oh, okay then. Why don't we get started? Press enter. Did anyone bother to play this game? Homeric. Okay, so savor these commands while it lasts, Rev. Okay. Do different voices. Listen. No. You don't want that. You legitimately do not want that. Sburb. Mouse over the interface buttons. Let's play. Okay. Yeah, we're not actually gonna read those words because I can't. It's like Magic Chess. Zoom out. Drop chest. Why would you do such a thing? What are you doing? Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls. Is my magic chest on the roof now? Yes. Sad face. I will try to be more careful next time. Get card. You find your missing stack fetches this mod. You quickly reapply it to your Silodex and now can either opt for either stack or Q modus at any time. You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful abandon. It does allow you to actually do things. Looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You hope that he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof or all that shit you threw out the window for that matter. Pronouncing words is like impossible. I don't know why anyone would try. Or even read. Select the stuff in the yard and move it back to your room. So who's doing this? Hey, think you can do me a favor? You think you can grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me? I'll give it a shot. Thanks. No luck. It appears it's out of range. I guess it's too far away from you, the player. It's like John. You cannot select the player. John obscures the meddlesome cursor. Select bunny. Put the bunny back in the box. Yeet the bunny out the window. Revise room. Neat. Open Finera registry. Deploy totem lathe. What the fuck? Once read the entirety of Homestuck to my sister because she's not an English speaker. Translating it on the fly and voice acting the entire thing had a sore throat, unable to speak for weeks afterwards. What the fuck? Half these words aren't even actually English. How do you translate it from English to another language if it's not in English in the first place? Examine the totem lathe. You don't know what the heck this thing is, but it looks neat. Open grist chest. Legend. Seems to be expanding the dimensions of your room. Cost some build grists. I'm deploying a lathe, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects, there's freebies probably to help you set up the game. Wow, okay, what do they do? I think it's up for you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around. Why are you not freaking out that the world works like this? This is weird already. How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun. I don't think you can as a client. You'll need to install the server application. You should receive both in separate envelopes. I am running both on my computer right now. What? Did you get another envelope in the mail? No. Once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you'll be able to manipulate my environment to the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it? Oh man, I think I might know where it is. Yeah, it's in the car. Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the range of my cursor and I can reach items. Which, you threw out the window for some reason? Good idea. What have you been doing all afternoon anyway? Well, I was fussing with my Silodex, which certain words will be skipped. The reason is that they will be cut and posted somewhere else. And then people will be like, Rev, he acts like he's a nice guy, but this one time he said that. And therefore, anything he's ever said, Rev's canceled. Rev's canceled. And then I have to deal with people like yelling at me, and I can try and explain it, but it doesn't matter. Logic and reason don't matter past a certain point. But I think I have it under my control now. What modus do you use? I like to use trees. No, that sounds awkward. I think it's extremely practical. I think they're elegant. Deploy Cruxter. Deploy Alchemator. Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house? Yes, 2 more large gizmos. Sweet. What's with all these large contraptions? If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate some sort of system involving punch card-based alchemy. To what end? Can we have 10? Yeah, I'll put up a video. Tell you what, I'll say the R word, right? And then I'll put up an apology video, and it'll be 10 minutes long. And I'll just put some Visine in my eyes. That way my eyes look like they're crying, but I won't actually cry. And then I'll just run mid-roll ads the entire time. Like as close together as it can, so you really can't even, like, watch the thing in the first place. But I just get money. I can't actually cry. Because if I cry, it'll make it seem like I actually give a shit. Can you spell iCup so I can post it on Tumblr? I watch you pee. Maybe you should go and investigate. Serious business. Following manner have been submitted in a Frankfurt manner to pipe fan judicious appraisal. Decided to return home for a fresh tie. Soiled tie will be laundered immediately upon return. Use ballpoint pen to roll up the cloth. Extract pin. Press rolled cloth against a ceramic surface, e.g. restroom sink. In future, consider repositioning hat, hook, and or coffee pot. Photographic documentation of incident. I was posturing unevenly to reach for hat on wall hook. Tip of the tie slipped past the mouth of the pot. Duration of dunk approximately 3 seconds. Please plab. I assume that's supposed to be please elaborate on incident, but I'm just gonna read it plab because yeah. All you need to do is talk slow, I guess. And then I need to not apologize properly. Like when you actually apologize in one of those videos, the point is not to say you're sorry, but to say that you're sorry that people actually would take offense to anything you would ever do. Like that people would be so inconsiderate to your ability to just say stupid, awful, offended things. Yeah. You grab the PDA switching the stack mod was readily accessible. The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. You mean Harlequin wallpapers. Serious business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe? You guess performing arts must be very serious business after all. Install. Will this be uploaded to YouTube? Yes, it'll be on RevScarecrow After Hours. And it'll be uploaded roughly 24 hours from now at 1 p.m. on the 5th because of the contract I signed with Twitch. Subscribe to all those things that Rob just made Moobot post. Install Pester Chum. Should be useful. Now you can keep tabs on your chums while wandering around the house. I don't have Discord on my phone because it dings too often, and I already just look at my phone too often. It said that I used my phone 12 hours a day for the past 2 weeks. I realized that it counts also the time where I have my phone on for YouTube while I'm asleep. And so that means that it counts 8 to 10 hours of me being asleep. You can turn that off. I like to be shamed for my actions. That's why I'm a streamer. I'm not going to turn it off. Thank you for the 2 years of support, Just a Kill. Thank you for the 2 years of nonsense, Rev. This seems a very apt stream for me to reach 2 years, boys, on. Thank you. Go out onto the balcony. Thank you, Just a Kill, and thank you for being an awesome, person to hang around my chat. I'm very lucky to have, awesome chat members like y'all. Show Pesterlog. I'm heading out to the balcony now. I'm messing around on my dad's PDA. The one you threw into the yard? No, I'm telling you. Jumped out of my Silex like a frightened weasel. What are you doing with it in the first place? I'm not sensing a lot of regard for the personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself? What? No. Those are all accidents. Please take your psycho blabbery elsewhere, miss. Your bathroom is a mess. Did you do that as well? Oh man, this isn't cool. All this stooping nonsense. Can she watch me pee? she could. It's fucked up and weird. There's a cake in the toilet. Yes, there is. I'm tempted to clean it up for you. Okay, if that'll satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead. My obsessive compulsive disorder complex? Can a disorder also be a complex? In your case, probably. Sounds complicated. Anyway, I'm going to have to look at this enormous platformy thing you put onto the balcony. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you decide to stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. Look through a telescope. It's a fucking sun. Please say your thoughts on Homestuck so far. I believe I've read this far before. I vaguely remember most of this. It's a clear sunny day. Nothing out of the ordinary to report, at least not beyond the walls of your own home. Grab the soiled toilet. It should be fairly obvious at this point, but please just go to homestuck.com if you want to read this yourself. There's nothing to stop you from doing so. Whoops, what? Whoever paid $25 for this page, congratulations. They're also donating for other crap, but I'm going to pretend like it was all for just me and this specific incentive and not this and JoJo, which is the other thing that I need to do. What is that noise? Is that something I should go investigate? No, I have it under control. You keep playing with your telescope. Investigate. I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go have a good look at that crux extruder? The what? The thing I put in the living room. Hop down the hole. That will break your kneecaps. Bubba Fair, thank you for the 16 months of support. I will get back to you with that email as soon as possible. Am I going to read or watch JoJo? I'm going to watch it. I attempted to already. I have not succeeded in watching it yet. I've watched about an hour's worth of something, and it was wrong. You jump down into the utility room, breaking your neck on impact. Series over. Get the sledgehammer and the card. You take the sledgehammer and the capture card, combining the two quickly to apply it to your Strife spectacus. How did you get that wrong? Did you accidentally watch the OVA? No. Was it the Part 1 movie? No. It wasn't JoJo's Circus. You take the sledgehammer and the capture card, combine the two, and quickly apply it to your Strife spectacus. You think it's a cool thing that you think it's cool that things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. Looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA. Did I watch the clown show from Disney? No, not yet. Was it a JoJo Suina music video? Possibly. Answer chum. We'll get back to that. That'll be probably next week's Saturday video. John, did you get my package? Oh, hey. No, not yet. Darn, are you sure? It was in a green box. Oh, yes, but it's in my dad's car and he's still out at the store. She should be back soon. Great. So what are you up to today? I'm up to my neck in the Sburb stuff. Sburb! Thank you, Julia sure. God, you've been subbed for 40 months and I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Julia sure? Did I get it right? Tentacle therapist is making a total mess of my house. Lol, what's Sburb? Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring it out. Whoa, what was that? What was what? There was a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion. Wow, really? I should go look. Oh, man. All right, but be careful, okay? I will, smiley face. Okay, might as well go check out the crust extruder. Oh hell no! You just put this thing in the front door. There's a door, yeah. There, yeah. I didn't see it. It just fit nicely into that groove. You mean you thought it was elegant? Okay, well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing right now? Up there now. This is a graphic. Okay. Oh, okay. This is not helpful. Oh, fuck. Examine wheel on the crux extruder. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from beneath the lid. Underneath the lid. You aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. Put bathtub in driveway. The tub's journey onto the driveway, the connection is interrupted. School tentacle therapist. You see me, right? Can you tell me what's wrong with this picture? I'm sorry, I keep losing the wireless signal. It must be the weather. I should look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through the cloud of gin and derision once enough this morning. Haha, alcoholism. Yes, cake gestures unfaltering love and support. Quite the road to hoe there. Oh yeah, that's actually like the right word. I was thinking like road to hoe. Like not one that you would like use a hoe to like get rid of the weeds, but a hoe as in like, hey, what the frick? Though I suppose I'm complicit in not informing special services about your situation. I know. Hey, what's going on outside? Maybe I should catch a, maybe you could catch a neighbor's signal. It presents the same problem. It's also raining, remember, and dark. It's dark already? Yes, the sun's gone down. Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones. Okay. Hicks crust extruder with sledgehammer. Need some help? Pick up sledgehammer. Donk. That seems wrong. What's this thing and what's that clock counting down to? I've been looking at the GameFAQ walkthroughs to figure out some of this stuff. Hold on while I read further. All the walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much further than this point. Weird. Well, I mean it is a new game. True. Now that the lid's off, you will need to extrude some cruxite. Extrude 1 cruxite dowel. Get cruxite. Feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped in cruxite now, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like you're going to need that card too. Deploy pre-punched card. We are 181 pages and this is the image that it's like, this all makes some logical sense. This is what you need to accept as reality right now. Get card. Shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. Capture log, fanciful Harlequins. You take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless freight pushes the PDA to the last card. You switch the Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck. This is how Homestuck works. This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something. It's probably a kernel sprite. Apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written. That would be game FAQs. Okay. Well, you're the one with the cursor. Just do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Also fix my bathroom. Drop maimed Harlequin into kernel sprite. Kernel. This is going to be a multi-part stream. We've read 185 pages in, how long? Uptime. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. So, if we take 60 plus 45, it's 105 minutes, right? So if you take take 185 divided by 105, then you get like almost 2 pages a minute. So, divide that by however many pages there are. Colonel Sprite has been prototyped with Harlequin doll. Music has been consistently good. Music good. I still can't understand this thing's gobbledygook. It's only tier 1 prototyping. There is still another tier to the prototyping process, which, for all we know, merely advances this entity through increasingly esoteric states of linguistics. The clock's ticking. We don't have time for asinine tomfoolery. This unmitigated poppycock. Extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. Going upstairs to the platform thing. The alchemimeter. Try to learn the lingo. Use the pre-punch card with the calmeter. There's no slot for the card anywhere to be found in the alchemimeter. The Colonel Sprite follows you upstairs. Explore Anthemium. Acquiring the Cruxite Dial appears to be seems to have populated the Anthemium with one item. A perfectly generic object. Oh, that's actually what it's called. Capsulog telescope. Why, though? Why are we doing any of this? Why is this happening? You snatch the telescope from the tripod. Who knows? It might be useful. But more importantly, it pushes the Cruxite to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA predictably is jettisoned to the yard over the neighbor's fence. Put the Cruxite onto the weird pattern alchemimeter. An Easter egg page is somewhere around here. If you guys know it, cool. I don't think that the site's actually, readers of the site actually asked these, because I remember him stopping doing that halfway through MS Paint Adventures, and I remember this was like he wanted full control over it. Am I right, or am I wrong? To place the Cruxite dial into the alchemical calmeter's small pedestal, something is happening. You're right, kind of. You're correct. A certain part where he stops in Homestuck, but you're nowhere near it. You set the alchemimeters to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build grist. These things look completely useless. What a waste. On the corner of your eye, you notice something in the sky. Switch modus to use telescope to inspect sky. You switch back to the SAC modus to take a closer look at your telescope. Whatever it is, the Colonel Sprite seems particularly agitated about it. $25. $25 worth of kids have NUS cancer now, thanks to this precise page. You're no astronomer, but the trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. A high-five the Colonel Sprite. You figure you left him hanging long enough. You attempt to ingest a unit of build grist. It's tempting because they strongly resemble rockin' blue raspberry gushers. However, the units of build grist are a gambling abstract and do not seem to exist in the physical plane. They appear... There is apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. I love gushers. Can I just say it? I have a box full of gushers in the cabinet behind me. Left him hanging long enough. High five. Self high five right here. There we go. Good job. You did great. Fucking love gushers. They're good. Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom. We're running low on build grist. Grist? Revised bathroom. Okay, that's better. Run to your room and contact through Pester Chum. We're fucking up everything. Thoughts on Scooby-Doo fruit snacks? I don't remember them. But I love like those kind of fruit snacks, like the ones that are kind of shaped like a thing. I like it. They always have a good taste, like red. I like red. Red is a good taste. Scooby-Doo? Yeah, I say whatever the fuck I want. Sort of the punk rock mentality that I've got going on here, mixed with a little bit of dyslexia and general just unknowing of how to like live my life. Answer chums. Not a fan of tasting red. Red is a good taste. Red is a good flavor. I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running low on build grist. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house. I see. Do you suppose it has to do anything with the game? I don't know. Maybe. What do I do? I think it's very likely. Walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before the end. Their already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable. Wow, fascinating. If the meteor is a game construct, then I think the only thing to do is to proceed and try to solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use a card on it, but isn't specific about that. Okay, I'll do that. Really? Is the laborer to read this? Really, it is a laborer to read this drivel. That's the name of the first episode right there. Gonna go ahead and save that. Just go ahead and right there. That's a mood. All right. If I read any more of this, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from the jar. Well, it blows spit bubbles in the high chair. I think I will write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure we don't die. I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you. It is rough, and tumble, dirty, wife-beatery sort of way. I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton with a huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you? Oh, man. The bunny is awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Sburb, and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house. Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of the filthy broads and their snarky horseshit altogether. And now that the meteor's coming, I'm not even joking about that. There's a huge big asteroid or comet or something in the sky heading straight for my house. Oh man, how big is it? I don't know, big I guess. I gotta go. Well, we'll talk later if I still am alive and the earth isn't blown up. It's like the size of Texas or Rhode Island. They're always throwing around geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale like it really means anything to us. Not filthy broads. Flighty broads. Okay. So, again, but it doesn't really matter. It's always just like, wow, that's pretty big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming. Sure, how big is it? It's the size of Texas. How big is it? It's the size of New York City. Oh, shit. I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh, snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean the planet? Yeah. Well, it's that big, sir. That sounds really big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege from the planet fucking Jupiter. Oh, shit. Anyway, later. Size of Texas, that's a Armageddon reference. You slap the pre-punched card into the slot of the totem lathe. Above, the totem lathe arm deploys a configuration chisels. Now you need something to lathe. Take Cruxite to totem lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Cruxite dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway, leery of your dad, who's presently puzzled over the new fixture in his hallway. And you just sort of drag the perfect crime. $25. You retrieve the Cruxite dowel. Your dad just shrugs and heads back down the stairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. If only you knew. Oh, right. Use Cruxite dowel on totem lathe. Clamp the Cruxite onto the lathe. Activate lathe. The lathe carves one totem. You take the totem. Alright. I used the lathe to make a blue shapey thing, and now I guess I take it back to the alchemixer again. Hello? Technical therapist is no longer connected. And we can't get outside. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with the wireless connection. This is exactly one totem lathe thing. This severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That man is relying on this young lady to reestablish the connection somehow. This young lady named was on the tip of her tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Flighty Broad. No, that wasn't it. One more time. Rose. Yeah, alright, Rose it is. Examine room. Your name is Rose. As you previously mentioned, you are without electricity, although the laptop computer still functions on a battery power. You have a variety of interests. Your passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writing and somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for almost said bestiality, and that would have been awkward. You have a fondness for bestiality, strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. I guess tentacle porn is bestiality, isn't it? You also like to knit. Your room is a bit of a mess, and on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you might play a video game with your friends. What should you do? He said it anyway. Already awkward. Yeah, I know. Reported. Retrieve items from purple box. Purple package contents are private and no one is allowed to look inside. Writhe like a flagellum and puke on your bed. What a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach. Stroke writing journal and mutter, my precious. You will only resort to such embarrassing activity while no one is watching. Your journals are for your eyes only. Get violin. You capture the violin, storing it in your root card of your Sylladex. Play haunting refrain from your violin. I wish I could play violin. It's a cool instrument. Eventually, I need to write another song for Arcade. But that would involve doing so. John is dying. Right, yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? Tell Liv Tyler you loved her before impact. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue your words of parting fondness to dear sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth father, she would have fallen into your arms for consolidation. But you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. Yeah, I mean, I have 2 violins. I've got an acoustic and an electric, but I don't play them. I own 2. God, they're probably all fucked up now. They're in my apartment somewhere. I notice the cases on a daily basis covered in dust, not being played. But, you know. Why? Why do I own them? Because I used to play, but I'm not good at it anymore. I haven't played in years. My electric violin is white. Just pure white. It's Fender. Fender electric violin. That one. This one. I bought it when it wasn't that expensive. It's a nice violin. It's pretty too. You get the knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin. Per the tree modus alphabetical sorting method, K is before V. Knitting before, okay. Lookout window. Panoramic view offers a view of the yard below and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jasper, who died when you were young and your mom had a structure erected with the spirit of a scornful irony in response to your youthful innocence request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least, that is how you've come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can still make out the silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to that signal in a different part of the house, perhaps, if you seek higher ground. Get laptop. You take the laptop and prepare to make your journey through the house. L is before V, but after K. No. Yes. I know the alphabet. L is before K. L is before V. Yes. Yes. I did it. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Silodex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other 2 cards comprise the leaves. Examine book on desk. Grimoire of Summoning Zoologically Dubious. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. I own a copy of the Necronomicon. Who the fuck doesn't? Crowley was a fucking idiot. He was a psycho, but, you know. Every now and then you just need to read some garbage. It doesn't make me feel dyslexic. I'll tell you that. Go to house. Wizard. You leave your bedroom. Hanging next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there is no doubt in your mind that she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to your right is your way to the observatory. Perhaps you'll still be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also up that direction. You'll have to watch your step. Tiptoe to the observatory. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is an observatory. Homestuck or Necronomicon? The Necronomicon I own. What the fuck? Sneak by. She's gone. Door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. Go through the door. How long have I been live? Uptime. Because my throat's starting to get raw. Necronomicon stream win. Next charity incentive we'll do. We'll read through the Crowley Necronomicon. What's it supposed to be called? The Tim? Fuck. I don't want to look up the Necronomicon on stream. Seems like a bad idea. There's probably some porn. You open the doors to an exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. All the things you do to help out a friend. Hurry up to that observatory. We're almost done with Act 1. Is that a dildo? What do you mean, is that a dildo? Oh, is that a dildo? Is that a dildo? Is there a bad dragon dildo on the floor there? Does anyone else see that? Why is that there? Click it. It does nothing. I can't click on it. It doesn't do anything. It's just a... It's explained later in the game. I'm going to assume it's a bad dragon dildo. It's an arm. Try to connect. You put your laptop down on the floor and get situated. By removing it from the root collar, it causes all the branches of the leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously onto the floor, breaking or violent on impact. It's explained later it isn't a bad dragon dildo. Well, I don't know any better yet, so I'm going to assume it is. Half chat says it is. The other chat says it isn't. See what you can observe. We have to assume that, like, he actually knew where this story was going beforehand. Why don't we stop once we read through Act 1? That seems like a good stopping point. You're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean that you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds, and it seems a flurry of small meteors are streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure exactly what this means, but it's quite disconcerting. Stack laptop on Grimoire to maximize elevation. You'll need every advantage you can get. Access laboratory Wi-Fi. The horse dildos come up in Act 5. Now hold up. Why? There's several signals being broadcast from the laboratory, each of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysterious and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password, and therefore will give you a virus. If you connect to that kind of Wi-Fi, unsecured Wi-Fi like that, you're gonna get viruses. That's someone fishing for information. Computer facts. One of those is mysterious and quite... you select the signal and reconnect with the game with John. Don't ask. I'm back. Hurry up and open my door. That's not even what matters. I think I'm probably dead no matter what. Patience. You still haven't used the new totem. I believe it will create the item in the punch card. So what is it? Is it like an apple or something? What does it even do? We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item, and the content of the card appears to be a variable from session to session. In one instance, they described it looking like an eggy lock thing. Sick. Do we have enough of those building jewels to make it? According to Anthium, it's a free item. It speaks to the importance in my view. Now off you go. Remove door from hinges. There goes the rest of your build, Grist. Put the bathtub back. You probably should have done this first. And you should probably have done this in the first place. Take totems to the alchemitter. Got to get those stupid blocks out of the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awful worked up about all this. Remove blocks. You store the perfectly generic objects in the Floria registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. John, take a bite of apple. Sure. Weren't we just at 13 seconds? Why are we at 23 now? Dead. You did it! Only 7 more chapters to go. Great. Alright, so I think we'll go ahead and stop there. I'm just gonna go ahead and I know some people will be like, save the game, but I can't because I can't. It's a private browser. I assume save the game will not work on a private browser. And one chapter has 6 chapters in that chapter. That doesn't make sense, hussy. Anyway, you'll read some more soon. Well, for some reason, there are over 600 people here, so apparently I am. I have to do this bounty soon. Not today because I still haven't received the code for it. But when I do, I'll do the bounty, and then when I do, I'll do that. Tomorrow is going to be Danganronpa 2, episode 2. So, there you go. I don't know how there could be art, but let's check and see if there is art. There is art. There's art of not only Minecraft, which is a thing I'm playing, and also of Homestuck. I meant to check the art yesterday, but it didn't work. No, you're totally fine. Don't even worry. Nothing y'all can say will actually upset me. I will pretend like I'm upset, but honestly, other things will fuck with me. More so than y'all, like, messing with me. You're fine. Don't even worry. I stream 6 p.m. CST, give or take a few minutes either direction, because I just am a mess of a human being. You'll be getting Homestuck art from here on out. If you haven't watched the Hive Swap videos I've done, there's that. We've got this one for Bar Louie. It's of me as a Minecraft dude having a good old jolly time, enjoying the world before having read the first act of Homestuck. I don't know who that is, Itchy Art, but I'm gonna time you out for like a second. How do I do that? Timeout user. Not 10 minutes. Fuck. I'm sorry. Oh fuck, I missed. Oh, I hit someone else. Someone else entirely else was just hit for a 10-minute timeout. I'm very sorry. I don't know who it was. Notebook Cat, I'm very sorry. Thank you, Rob. Friendly Fire. I'm sorry. I missed. Then we got this one from Tinsen, who somehow was able to make art of this stream. A young man stands in his computer room. It just so happens to be today. It just so happens that today, the 3rd of August, is the deadline for one of his charity incentive streams. But which one is it again? Oh, fuck. Today's Homestuck Day. Reluctantly opened streaming software. It's incredibly accurate. It's very well done. Thank you. Did the stream finish? I think we're going to be stopping there just because my throat's getting a little bit fucked. I'm very sorry. Those pants are too goddamn big for his legs. For he legs. I see. I read that correctly, but that's not what you said. I'm going to host someone else. If you're not aware, I put out a new video today. I do not know how to highlight. You know what? Shill. Go subscribe to those things and follow me on those things. And then if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know when I stream things. And I'll try and give you guys a heads up on stuff. Like when I'm streaming Danganronpa and when I'm streaming this next. When's the next Homestuck stream planned for? I do not know yet. I will be tweeting about it and Tumblring about it as soon as I know. There's a new art video tomorrow. I'm really proud of that painting. If you want to go see a speed paint, it'll be like 10 minutes long. And it's a really neat art of Dark Souls. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'll host whoever. And I will answer your email, Bubba Fair. I'll see you guys in later. Bye! Tomorrow at 6, specifically Central Standard Time. Bye!